Welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. So if you're prepping for the Praxis Core Reading exam right now, you already know the biggest pain point, don't you? It's not actually the material itself. Ask almost anyone, and they'll tell you their ultimate enemy is simply the clock. Running out of time is what gives you that horrible test day panic when you're staring at a massive, dense passage. But what if I told you there's a proven way to literally beat the clock on the reading section? Well, did you know that understanding text structure actually helps you answer those Praxis reading questions faster? Seriously, think of this as your master key, a real speed secret. It's going to unlock not just faster reading times, but way better comprehension and accuracy when you're tackling those super long paragraphs. It's basically the difference between wandering blindly through a giant maze and looking at an aerial map of that exact same maze. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, Defining Text Structure. So what are we actually talking about here? Text structure is, very simply, how an author organizes information in a passage. Think about it. An author doesn't just throw sentences onto a page at random. Every single passage has an underlying skeleton holding the whole thing together. When you train your brain to recognize this structural skeleton, you actually stop getting bogged down by tricky vocabulary or minor details. Instead, you can navigate the passage with so much more ease, because that skeleton acts as your aerial map, guiding you exactly where you need to go.
All right, moving right along to Section 2, 4 common text structures. Let's build our toolkit.
First up, we have the sequence structure. Now, this blueprint is highly logical. It's very step-by-step. It simply lays out events in a specific order. Authors who use a sequential structure rely really heavily on specific temporal signal words to guide your footsteps right down that timeline. You've got to keep your eyes peeled for words like first, next, then, and finally. Because when you spot these, you know exactly where you are in the chronological flow.
Next up is cause and effect. Now, what's really interesting here is how this structure shows the relationship between why a storm happened, that's the cause, and the puddle it leaves behind, the effect. To spot this in the wild, you'll want to scan for signal words like because, therefore, and as a result. When you see these linking two ideas together, boom, you instantly know the author is connecting a specific action straight to its direct consequence. Our third one is compare and contrast. Here, the signal words act kind of like a seesaw, shifting the balance of the whole sentence. Words like similarly group things together to show likeness, while words like however and unlike create an instant pivot to highlight the differences. Recognizing these shifts keeps you completely balanced, and, honestly, it stops you from getting tricked on those tough comparison questions. And finally, we have problem and solution, rounding out our 4-part toolkit. This is where the author takes a tangled, complicated problem and straightens it out to reveal a clear light bulb solution. It's a classic setup. Once you pinpoint the initial problem they're presenting, you just follow the flow until the author illuminates the exact method they use to fix it.
All right, this brings us to Section 3, the signal word strategy.
Okay, listen closely to this absolutely crucial Praxis exam tip. When reading a passage, look for signal words. Seriously, I want you to treat these words like lighthouses shining in the dark. They cut right through the dense, confusing parts, and they immediately reveal that underlying skeleton we just talked about. And because of that, they guide you directly to the correct answers. It's simple. Spot the beacon, identify the structure, find the right answer. Let's bring it all home with Section 4, Boost Your Praxis Score. So here are the absolute core takeaways for us today. The benefits of recognizing text structure are really twofold. First, you are going to literally give wings to your clock. You'll understand passages so much faster by completely eliminating the guesswork and the endless rereading. Second, because you're reading faster and with crystal clear comprehension, that speed and clarity will directly raise the bar on your Praxis score. That is exactly why mastering this toolkit matters so much for anyone aiming for success. To keep sharpening your skills and building your confidence, make sure to subscribe to Praxis Prep Academy for simple, daily Praxis lessons that reinforce these exact strategies. As we wrap up this explainer today, I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on before your next study session. The next time you sit down to take a practice reading test, just how many crucial, score-saving seconds are you going to shave off the clock just by spotting one simple signal word?